Hello there, it's Sarah from Paper Lovely. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to take another look at the Spellbinders Rooting for You stitched die set. This was the April stitched die of the month, and it is now again available on the past clubs kit section of the website. So if you missed it in April, you now have a chance to grab it if you would like. Of course, remember it is first come, first serve, limited amount available there. So I really loved the sentiment included that said, thanks a bushel. So we're going to make a bushel, a basket, a box full of this lovely produce. So I have started out here by grabbing some peanut cardstock from Concord and Ninth, and I am going to weather this a bit by using my vintage poster distress ink. I have trimmed this down to 5x3 for my larger panel there, and then my strips are a half an inch wide, and this is going to be on a 5x7 card, so this will cover the bottom portion, sort of the bottom third, slightly larger than that, of our card, and it's going to create the basket that we're going to fill up. So just adding a little bit of ink to this to give it some dimension, give it a little bit of distress, make it look like something off of the farm. So now we're going to get started placing our card front together. This was the last piece of my Spellbinders mint cardstock that I have, so I am going to have to order some more. I'm adding some art glitter glue to the back of it, and we're going to place that towards the top of our 5x7 card base. This does not cover the full sheet. As I said, this was all I had left, and luckily it was enough to fit the 5 wide and long enough to cover until we get to our little box down here. If I had a 5x7, I would have done a flat whole sheet of it. We're going to take this larger portion of our brown here, add some 1/8 inch Scor-Tape to both sides as well as the bottom. There, I'm just looking at that to decide which direction I wanted my wood grain to go. And we're going to place this on the bottom of our card base. So this is going to make a little pocket we can slide our veggies in and out of. That way we can get them exactly how we want before we glue them into place. I'll peel away that backing and then line this up with the bottom edge. Careful with your ink there. I, as always, am moving too quickly when I'm working and got a little bit on my fingers, but it's all right. We'll just wipe it away and keep going. I'm going to add my strips to the top and sides of my crate, starting with my sides first. And this is really going to give it this look of an actual wooden box. And then lastly, we will run this piece across the top, covering both of the side pieces and giving it a nice clean edge. Go ahead then and trim off the excess. And now we are ready to start filling this up with our veggies. So I've left the full process of this in here for you. I wanted to get a mix of all those different colored carrots. I also wanted to have this look as natural as I could, have things kind of spilling out over the edge. This is definitely a card that I would hand deliver because of that. Just because those, little pieces can be so fragile. But again, I'm going for as realistic as I can get. So I don't want this to be perfectly fit onto my card. So I'll add in, pull out, move things around, adjust so that I can see all the colors I'd like to until I come up with something that I like. All right, so now it's going to be time to add our sentiment. Now, I have gone ahead here and cut out our thanks a bushel. This fits perfectly into that little stake that you could place in your garden. But I decided I wanted to turn mine into a label on our crate. So I'm just going to trim off that bottom stake portion. And I will go ahead and take my little nail file and just smooth that out as best I can. I'm going to go ahead and curve those corners along the bottom as well, just keeping everything nice and smooth. And then we will pop that up with some foam dots. Peel away the backing, and I did cover the majority of the base of this. I want to make sure this was nice and sturdy. And we'll just pop that right in the center of our crate. For the inside, I decided to go with just a plain panel of my Nina paper. We'll add some ATG and press that into place. And that will complete our farm to table bushel of thanks. Here are a few close-ups of the finished card. In the description box below, you'll find my blog post, which has additional photos and links to the supplies I've used. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment or a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.